ladies and gentlemen. My name's John Gray, and this is Just Plain Living.
Good morning, John Gray. Good morning, world. I'm Peggy Burton.
And I'm Jim Fuller.
How are you?
I'm just absolutely wonderful this
I didn't get to see you for a whole
morning.
entire week. How sad that is.
What now?
I didn't get to see either of you for a whole week. How sad that is.
This week I'm coming out to your house and we'll drink some wine.
All right.
You know, I'm more interesting to talk to when I'm drinking wine. I know so much more.
You're so much smarter.
I'm so much smarter.
Very intelligent.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Have you questioned your audience to see if they agree?
Well, that was why John and I kind of had a rule that we rarely ever drank when we were at the Legion, because we were about 6'6" and bulletproof and knew everything. So we decided it would be better for us that we didn't do that.
It would be good to be bulletproof these days, wouldn't it?
Well, you know, when you work in a situation like that, and people are having fun, and I mean, and that's what it's for. I mean, we had a really good situation out there. We had great security, and people felt safe that they could come there, and it was a place where people from counties away would come in to dance, because it was a dance club. Right. And we had a wonderful time, and if you are in charge of the band,
sober, right?
You're in charge of the show, and everybody else is having fun, you better be able to be in charge of the show.
Yeah.
And you can't do that and participate at the same time.
Consequently, if there's any young people out there watching us this morning, and you think you want to have a career in the nightclub business or something like that, trust me, it's not near as much fun as you might think it is.
Don't talk to us.
That's right.
It's a lot of work.
It's all kinds of fun on the other side of that bar, but when you get behind it's a very demanding career.
Yeah, and
very hard work.
Sometimes it was embarrassing, because when my daughter Jennifer was like in the first grade, the teacher asked her what she wanted to become when she grew up, and she said a cocktail waitress.
I love it. That's cute.
You know, the food industry, and I've been in it, and as Jimmy has as well, been in and out of the food industry my whole life, and that is very, I respect those people, because it's a very demanding and very physically demanding job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so hard to make everybody happy, and poor waitresses that have nothing to do with preparing the food. They get put down if the food is wrong. It's there's a lot of problems.
Well, just I remember I was a manager of Ramada Inn banquet facilities in Knoxville at one point, and you have a banquet of 400 people, and the trays come up on an elevator, and there's 12 plates on a tray with the lid stacked on them, and you've got male, female, whoever you are, you've got to put it up over your shoulder and carry it out there and serve that stuff, and then all the dishes coming back, bus trays full of dishes. I mean, it's a very physical job.
I know it is. Have you ever seen these Russian girls with their hands full of draft beer? Like carrying 15 in each hand.
Yeah.
They got to be
big fingers.
Amazons.
Big fingers, long fingered girls.
You know,
they go into the massage business.
I always found it amazing that I did that kind of thing for 30 years, and John did it for
and you're
20.
still alive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's amazing that I'm still alive. But in that entire time, I still don't know how to cook. Now, John does know how to cook, but I don't know how to cook. I always had to.
That's one of the smarter things that men do, and then they try to put it off on women. Didn't work at my house, but sometimes it works. Do you cook?
Do I cook?
Yeah, John can cook.
You know what Fran's favorite place to eat is? At our house when I'm cooking.
Right.
Yeah, I cook. I'm a good cook. Very good cook.
I'm really not. I can make it happen, but I'm really not a good cook. I never wanted to spend my life cooking.
We had my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law's birthdays were last week, and so Saturday they came over to the house, and I like fried corn, and Fran said, "Well, how are you going to cook corn? We don't have any bacon, because you need bacon grease in fried corn if it's going to be worth anything." I don't worry about it, and I reached in the refrigerator and got a jar out where I saved the grease off the country ham we cooked
and there you go.
for Christmas.
You got it, yeah.
And I pulled a little country ham grease out there and put it in that corn and butter and all the stuff you do.
Well, if you grew up like I did, you killed a hog first.
Yeah.
And then you got all the grease you
Then you got
want.
all
Yeah.
the grease you need when you're killing hogs.
A
That's,
big lard stand full of grease.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
oh yeah.
Oh, I have too. When I was a kid.
Yeah, I
It
fell
was
in
a-
one time.
Did you?
Yeah, my mother had hid some chocolate candy up on the, way up in the shelf, and there was this lard stand full of grease, and lard, I guess.
Lord.
And I stepped on it and fell in it. I made everybody happy.
I bet you did. I
we need
bet
to
you
switch
did.
back there. Somebody gonna switch? Well, somebody
There
needs
we
to be
go.
paying attention. Thank you very much.
Boy, do you
Appreciate
just
that.
have to do everything. I mean, here we are
Do it all
out
by
here.
yourself.
You know, here we are out here on the set. You
Yeah.
know, and what do they? What do you think they do in the back
I
there
don't
back
know.
there, you know,
I don't know. They think we got it all. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Chamber of Commerce had their banquet this past
Yeah.
weekend. It was a great
Oh, yeah.
event. We've got some video of that today, and all the awards and new presidents and old presidents, and Tullahoma was on the red carpet, and we need to.
Fantastic.
We need to. They use the hall outside here. We're going to have to get some light out there.
Yeah.
It's too dark to show, and I mean, some of them were wearing. I asked Melissa Sharan if she was wearing Sharan, and she said she was. And Joe Orr was wearing yellow. I said, Joe, what designer are you wearing? And he said yellow. And then Travis from over at Life Care Center, I said, whose clothes? Who are you wearing tonight? And he said, J. Penney. So he came
J.C.
from the bottom.
Penney.
J.C. Penney.
Yeah.
Amores.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a fun time, and a lot was going on, and there's always a lot going on around town. We have a new play coming in next weekend?
Yes.
Which is You're Perfect. I Love You Now Change.
I love the idea
So
of that.
it's an adult. It's an adult play. It talks about adult relationships, and I don't think I'd take anybody under the age of 18
oh, okay.
or 16 or whatever age they figure that's all right. But it's not about kids.
So it's not a PG-13.
No, it's an adult play, because there's some lines and some things in there
Heavens.
about being
that's-
adults and
I think
how
that's
you
interesting.
react with your wife and stuff like that.
I just am awful proud of you the way you're handling that. You're just doing really well with that.
Well, some
So-
people think that everything that happens in society is all about kids and family, and there are a whole lot of things that South Jackson does and the Art Center does and everybody does that are kid friendly. But every now and then there's some stuff that takes place that's for adults,
Yeah. that
because
happens.
we like to see some adult stuff every now and then.
I used to live in London, and we had friends and a few. And anyway, we'd take turnabout.
You had friends?
We'd take turnabout picking the show we were going to go to see in downtown London. Well, this one couple of friends picked this show called The Dirtiest Show in Town. Well, we went. I won't tell you what it's about, but it was just totally boring to me. I went sound asleep. So it was adult, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
They're
this is not.
but
There's
this one
nothing.
is gonna be
No,
fun.
there's
This one is-
nothing vulgar or trashy
No,
about this. It's
this-
just it's funny, and it talks about adult situations.
So the lesson here, any of you guys out there who might ultimately want to date Peggy, because she's she's not attached, don't take her to some adult film because
No,
she
I'll
don't
go to
like
sleep.
it. Yeah,
No, she
yeah.
don't.
No, but I will like this play that they're
Oh,
doing.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That the community play. It opens on the 15th.
Right.
I think at 6:07. Oh gosh, I can't remember the number, but it's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's
You
in
can
the
get
book.
there. You can come buy a
And the
ticket the
tickets
night
are
of the
a great
show.
price.
Yeah.
So, and if you have season tickets, well, you already have a ticket.
And then this Saturday night is the Diamond Studded Evening,
Oh, that's right.
and that I'm emceeing
And you're the
that
man.
show. Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm the man, but I'm the MC. And then let's see.
John works cheap, folks.
The Groundhog Ball is the Keep Coffee County Beautiful Groundhog Ball is February the 16th. Also on February the 16th, Peggy will be at Bell Buckle Recital
Banquet Hall
and with Valentine's dinner and banquet and dance
And it's going
with
to
the
be
South Jackson
fun
Street
because
Band.
Jay Gregory puts out the best food ever.
Oh, he's
It's
going to
gonna
put
be a
this
huge
one has
banquet.
prime
Do they let you
rib
guys
and-
eat free down there in addition to paying you to perform?
Well, they let the band eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
They let us eat.
How cool.
So you're not telling me to eat a lot because they probably won't get as many. No, it's a wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful
Oh, it's
place.
good. It's a great
and
place.
I'm really proud of that place because everybody knows Bell Buckle Cafe has always got good food, but this is a totally different setup at the banquet hall. Does new and different things.
Yeah, and they use some of the food from the cafe depending on what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he cooks all of it for all of them.
I think he's doing a standing rib roast
Yeah,
for this one. And
prime rib.
Prime
what he
rib.
said.
Is that what he
That's
said?
what he
Okay.
told me,
Prime
is
rib,
prime
yeah.
rib.
Oh, by the way, Manchester Art Center is putting on their We Actors Guild, or Teen Guild is doing Midsummer Night's Dream
Yes.
this weekend. And it was last weekend, and they tell me that Excuse Can Be, and, you know, that's one of Shakespeare's funny plays.
Yeah.
He may have
Yeah.
more, but that's the one I've seen the most. That's the one I understand the most. It's a lot of fun. I think they're ambitious to have teens and children
Yeah.
pull that off.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Now, with all of that said, this is Super Bowl week,
Oh my gosh, are you
Oh, it
ready?
is. That's right.
and we have the Ravens with Ray Lewis, this will be his last ball game, no matter what. Who's the inspirational leader for them? You have the 49ers with a kid named Colin Kaepernick, who just came and took a guy's place who had the #1 quarterback ranking in the NFL, and they replaced him
Right.
with Colin Kaepernick, who has won every ball game since he started, and is a phenomenal athlete. And it's just, I think it's going to be an amazing football game.
Yeah, I bet it
Will.
is too.
I'm sure it
yeah.
will.
And I really don't have a favorite in that, as far as I just think it's going to be interesting to watch.
Right.
So you got a pick?
Yeah, I would go with the 49ers.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be hard to stop them.
Right.
They've just got so much talent.
You'll put your money
Yeah, you know, and
I don't bet on anything. I don't have enough money to bet. Never have had enough money.
I'm a
to
little
bet.
bit surprised
I
that the
think we're
Ravens
supposed to
got to this
stop.
point, but you know, they played very good football throughout.
Well, and
this
Joe
play,
Flacco,
so.
you know, they all over Joe
Yeah.
Flacco, but Joe Flacco's the only person that's ever won all 5 of his first games
Right.
in the playoffs.
Right.
You know, so it'll be a great ball game. This is a great show. We have a lot of great guests on today. Don't you go away. We'll be right back after these advertisements, and pay attention to them. And when you're out and about town and you see one of these sponsors, you go in their stores, thank them for being here with us. And even better than that, buy something. Back in a minute.
It's nice to see familiar faces while enjoying great Sears low prices at your locally owned and operated Sears hometown store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. Mike and his crew are a premier dealer where you'll find great Sears quality and availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. Featuring Craftsman tools with Sears' famous lifetime warranty, Craftsman lawn and garden equipment, 10 major appliance brands featuring Kenmore, Electrolux and Whirlpool, Sealy bedding, Kenmore and Dyson vacuums, Nordic Track and Soul Fitness equipment. And if it's not on our shelves, it's available online at Sears.com with free shipping to either location. Sears Hometown Store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. We're right in your neighborhood.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
We're back.
All right. We invite you to love books. And how you get to love books is through the Imagination Library, and that is an event that's going to be held, and we have James Fuller here with us, and he's going to talk about that. And have you met Dolly yet?
I have not met Dolly. I would love to, but I have not met Dolly yet.
Do you think Dolly will come in one day?
I think it would be great. She's done a wonderful job, and this program is a great program.
Everybody needs to know what she's put behind the children in Tennessee and the books and whatever.
She has done a lot to get this program off, and it's gone nationwide now, and it's also gone international. It's a wonderful program, and we're excited to be able to put this event on. So
that's great. When is it?
This event will be held on February 8th. It's a Friday, and we're going to hold it at 6:30 at the Tennessee Readiness Center out on the new Armory on Highway 55.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a great venue. It's a wonderful venue. I've been there for a couple of events, and they've done a great job with the facility.
Yeah, it's a good building.
It looks
a really
great.
nice
put up
building.
a phone number for getting tickets?
Well, you can contact me. The number's 931-581-6654. And I can take care of getting tickets for you. And then we also have an email address, which is iHeartBooks_CCIL, which is Coffee County Imagination Library at charter.net. So either of those locations will get you.
And possibly that's in the phone book? Coffee County Library?
The Coffee County Imagination Library, you can probably Google that and access that. And then we can find someone to get you tickets.
And what time does it start?
The event will start at 6:30. We've got a wonderful evening planned. We've got some silent auction items that we're hoping to auction off. We've got some local businesses that have contributed, and we're excited to have those items to offer. And then we're also going to have a interactive story writing where the crowd will participate and kind of steer the program, the story. It's got a little bit of Tullahoma history in it, Coffee County history, Manchester history, and we're looking forward to seeing what the audience can come up with on some of those ideas. So,
and the price?
The tickets are $20, and then we also have sponsorships available right now. And we're looking for anybody who would like to sponsor any amount. We'll be more than happy to take.
Fantastic.
But we would love to have any support we can get for the event.
So $20, 6:30 on the
February the 8th.
February the 8th, which is very soon.
It's very soon. It's next Friday.
Okay. That sounds exciting to me.
We're excited.
So, and also, because we're all about publicity here and helping people get done what they need to get done, and it's always good to publicize some of our sponsors, and they can drop in American City Bank.
That's correct.
And find you there.
That's correct.
If they need to find you, that's right where they can go.
That's correct. I work at American City Bank.
Here in Tullahoma.
Here in Tullahoma, the main office on Lincoln Street. So anybody that's interested in that is welcome to stop in. And
will they have tickets at the location in Manchester as well?
We have tickets in the Tullahoma office, and then we've also got some located at the chamber for pickup.
Okay.
But
are you encouraging all ages to come to this?
We are. We've actually got a discount for students that are 12 and under.
Oh, good. How much
so
is that?
those are $10 for any student that would like to attend. We'd love to have parents and students attend.
Because it's really a family affair.
Exactly. And a lot of the events are centered around the idea of kids having books. It's a proven thing that kids that start out reading books at an early age are that much more successful.
Exactly. And I've even heard that if you read books to them in the womb, or listen to music
I've heard
in
that
the
too.
womb, you
now
know
I've heard
that.
the womb as far as listening to music and stuff. They
It's
always
all good for
yes,
them.
exactly.
I felt like you were listening to music in the womb because you're a fantastic piano player.
I started young.
Yeah.
I started young, so.
What got you interested in the Imagination Station?
Well, we're actually, it's a group of 5 of us, and we are part of the Coffee County Leadership for 2012-2013, and we've got 5 of us that are on the group, and our goal was we were tasked with coming up with an event that we could start as an annual event. This was recently changed over to a board where the board has to raise the money. And unfortunately, they have to do that on their own or through the help of businesses and local individuals.
Yeah.
And so this was the idea that we came up with, and we've had some great support from the group as well as businesses and individuals that have contributed. So
And I have to admit, I've not been in the new Armory. I've just passed it and been so proud of what it looks like.
It's great. It's great.
It's
area.
great.
Facility.
It's a great facility, and I think
Very
this will be a
nice.
good opportunity for them to also
Show
Off
their
place and what
venue.
they're doing.
It's a
and
beautiful
they're
venue.
using it because they had an event for military people out there this past week where
I'm
they
sorry, I
were having
missed that.
health screenings
Yeah.
and stuff like
That's
that,
wonderful.
Right.
which is
Well,
great.
They've
And,
had wedding receptions that are held there, and it's a very large room. They've got kitchen facilities and everything.
Right,
So
right.
it's a wonderful
It's a
facility.
nice addition.
How tall are you?
6'8".
6'8".
Yes, sir.
That's tall, folks. And it's kind of fits right into the fact that the other night at the Chamber of Commerce banquet, this young man received a new award that they just started this year, and that is the Rising Star Award for the work you've done for the Chamber of Commerce this past year.
Yes, sir.
I am not at all surprised.
And you should
Very
be very
deserving.
honored
Yeah.
by that. I'm sure you are, and we're glad to have young people like you picking up the torch around here, because we've been toting it for a while, a lot of us,
We do
and
have a lot of
it's good
really
to see
good
our young
people coming up.
get involved and start doing community work and service work, and we're proud of you.
I was excited to
appreciate
receive the award, humbled and honored, but I was excited to receive it. And the Chamber does great work in Tullahoma.
They really
and
do.
I love
Proud.
being part of it. American City
good.
Bank's given me the opportunity, and I've been with it for about 6 months now, and loving it, and can't wait to find out what the next 12 months. Yeah, exactly.
Now, what I want to do is I want to ask you one more time about the part you're talking about, the stories, because I didn't understand that, and maybe they didn't.
Sure.
You're going to start a story and then let the audience complete it. What's going on
We have
there?
a story that's kind of been started, structured, and it has different avenues that it can go. So when we get to a part in the story that can have crowd interaction, we will ask the crowd, what would you like to interject right here, and then see where it goes.
Okay.
So we have multiple avenues that this story can go.
And then at the end, will there be a book written?
Well, there won't be a book
Possibly.
written, but everybody will be part of a wonderful, story.
Event.
Right?
Yes.
And we've tried to tie some Coffee County history in with it, because
Well, that's cool.
this program is both Tullahoma and Manchester. So we really need to make sure that both the Tullahoma and Manchester communities are aware of the program.
Right.
Right now, we have about 53% of the eligible kids in Coffee County receiving books. So that's a large portion that are still not receiving, about 47%.
Right.
So this is also going to be an awareness to get some
Good.
children enrolled, but hopefully we can raise some money as well. So
That's
I
great.
noticed on this it says 6654. Is that your number on the screen?
6654 is
and
what
on
it should
the screen
be.
it says 6651. So let's change that real quick. Okay.
6654 is the
We want
number.
to make sure you got the right number. I love that. Unite for the love of books. I think that because of books, I can speak today.
There you go.
My grandparents.
There you go.
put
What
me
were the
on
little books? The little golden books.
Oh,
when we were kids, the golden
ones I
books.
hated were C-Spot Run. I just never knew anybody that said C-Spot Run. Books are so different now.
They
Right,
are.
right,
kids
right,
as well
they
as
are.
adults,
Interact.
but, it's-
James, thank you very much
Yes,
for being
sir.
with us.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. Congratulations on all
Yes.
your
Thank
hard
you very
work.
much.
And when Dolly shows up, we want to be there.
I will try to make that possible.
Okay? All right. Partner, thanks
Thank
a
you so
bunch,
much.
and
Thank
good
you.
luck in this, and anything
Thanks,
we can do to
Jim.
help,
Thank
let
you.
us know.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Folks, we'll be back after these messages.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at the Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
All right, folks, the other night, as I said, the Chamber of Commerce had their 2013 banquet, and we were there, and the Master of Ceremonies was a great guy. He's a motivational speaker from Atlanta, and I got some of his speech because I just really thought it was something that I enjoyed. He's funny, he's very bright, and he has a lot of good things to say about how to make stuff happen. And I want to bring that part of that to you right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Sit back, learn, laugh, and we'll see you after this. Getting ready for the go inside. They're outside in the hall having hors d'oeuvres and visiting. And everybody's around looking at the auction items. And it's a good time tonight for the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, and we'll see who we can find in the hall here. Oh, there are all kinds of them out here getting tickets. We're on the red carpet right here. Yes, sir. This is Tullahoma's red carpet. Right here it is. They put us in the dark for it, though. Look at there. Here's Miss Dolly. Everybody's waiting for a libation tonight to enjoy the event here at the Markham Center, and it's going to be a fun time. Have you been down the red carpet tonight, Joe? What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing a yeller tie.
Yeller tie.
Weichert Yeller.
Weichert Yeller. He's the
Yeller.
Weichert designer is Yeller tonight.
That's right.
There you go. Good to see you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is but one group of people in the whole world who don't have any time. Where are they? Harry, time's up. Enjoy the words. You're up here walking around all night, falling down drunk. You got plenty of time. It's what you do with your time. That's what makes the difference. Now, continuing with these negative people, I got to tell you they have a lot of games. I'm not going to go through them all with you, but I am going to share this with you. Negative people really like to put the blame for not doing anything on everybody else. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Everyone's pointing the finger of blame at somebody else. Well, it's not me, it's him, it's not. If my manager was better than I would have done it. If that person had done their job, I could have got my job. It's always that person over there. Well, remember what old Zig Ziglar used to say. God bless his soul, he just passed away a couple of weeks ago. Zig Ziglar said, every time you point the finger of blame at somebody else, you got 3 other fingers pointing right back at you. What are you prepared to do in your own behalf, in your own regard? Without regard to what the company said, without regard to what it says in your job description, what are you prepared to do to make your life better? It's up to you. Do you wake up in the morning and make a choice to have a good day? Or do you wake up in the morning like these negative people do? Oh man, it's cold. Oh man, it's cold. I got a cold, it's terrible. It's snowing, it's snow. Or it's hot, it's too hot, it's too cold. Hey, I'm happy to be here at all. I wake up in the morning, I look over in my bed when I'm at home, and here is my beautiful, lovely wife, Gloria. Green-eyed, blonde-haired baby. Yes, Baldy, I like me. That's all right. Anyway, I look and see her in that bed. I got 500 points. I've got things to do, people to see, problems to solve, opportunities to explore. I got another 5. I got 1,000 points. I didn't even get out of bed yet. And I'm not making this up. You call 706-814-6504. That's my home phone number. Ask for Gloria. If a guy answers, call me immediately on my cell phone. But she'll tell you, that's how I am, and I'm like that every single day. I try to start out with a positive attitude. and try to enjoy every minute that I have on this earth, because it goes by fast. And the older you get, the faster it goes. Now I'm going to close by sharing with you the negative person's favorite phrase. This way, if you hear anybody saying this, you'll know you got one. And if you're their boss, fire them. And if they're your boss, my condolences. Whew, that's bad. But this is their favorite phrase. And this is the one they use that tops all the rest. It's not fair. And you have to sing this with the appropriate whine. It's not fair. It's just not fair. She gets all the good leads and I get all the bad leads. If I get good leads and I would do good too. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. And no, it's not. And guess what? It never will be. Now, if personally we face an unfair situation that can be rectified, why it is our obligation and duty to rectify it. Conversely, however, if all we're going to do with our lives is sit around and bellyache and moan and crybaby all day, it's not fair, it's not fair, how will you proceed? How will you progress? How will you ever achieve a goal? You will become the only thing you can become with that attitude, a bitter, despondent, and unproductive human being. No, life is not fair. That's not right or wrong or good or bad, it's just simply the way it is. When faced with an unfair situation, it's up to us to choose how we handle that situation. I mean, your business is going great, and your marriage goes down the drain. Now your marriage is going great, and the business goes down the drain. Now the business is great, the marriage is great, life's great, you leave here, you get hit by a truck. Why? Well, as Gilda Radner said, it's always something. And it always will be. It's never the problem that's the problem, it's what you choose to do about it. That's the problem. Now, you've been an awfully nice crowd to be here so far this evening, so I'm going to share something with you on a very personal level. First, a dramatic pause. I'm going to share something that I don't normally talk about. I think it is terribly, horribly, totally unfair that I am bald. What a lousy break. And I didn't wake up this morning and go, whoa, where's the hair, man? I've been bald a long time. And as a bald man, there are certain things I could have done about it. And I don't want to insult anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. These are perfectly viable options. I just didn't choose them. Number one, I could have gone down to the store and purchased myself some very nice store-bought plastic hair and glued that up on there. Sort of like yours, sir. Very nice one. That is real, right? I hate to get sued at the end of the meeting. You're not an attorney or anything, right? Oh, I could have bought one of those. Or I could have done what some other guys do, and I think you ladies will recognize this technique immediately. Now what you do here is you let this side grow down about 3 feet. Now you swing that baby over this way. You let your neck hair grow out, pull that up this way. You get 4 or 5 cans of hairspray, guys walking in like this. Guy got it? Oh, wind direction change, I'm gonna work this way. Now I'm wondering, what is this guy thinking about? You got 14 hairs, each of which are 109 feet long. Take that up out there, spray it up, look in the mirror, that's it, no one will ever know. Well, you know what? I could have done either of those things, but it appears to me there's more to life, more to a personality, more to a human being than whether you have hair or not. Indeed, in fact, it is not so much what you look like on the outside that matters, as much as it is what you are on the inside. And if you are ugly inside, you're going to be ugly outside. It doesn't matter what your physical features are. And if you're a beautiful person on the inside, that beauty will shine through long-term on the outside. Success in our lives, whether it is business or personal or marital, is not so much a matter of whether we're 6 feet tall or 5 feet tall or overweight or underweight or have hair or not, as much as it is a matter of developing a strong, positive, confident self-image. And I got news for you. In my own positive, confident self-image, I've got a full head. Thank you very much.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay. Bank your change. Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want, so you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
What is Rotary? We're a network of people like you. In fact, we're the original social network. More than 1 million of us live just about everywhere you can think of. And we mean everywhere. We get together to exchange ideas, grow our businesses, and make new friends. We volunteer to help our own communities or someone else's. We're right around the corner. Come join us. The name is Rotary. Rotary International. You're welcome.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now Pastor Mike Morris, and he's with the, let me think now,
Rutledge Falls
Baptist Church. I knew that.
We were just talking, and then we got
to talking, and then I lost my train of thought there. And the Rutledge Falls Baptist Church that is a church that has just a rich heritage. It does. It's been around for a long time.
In fact, this year we're celebrating our 120th anniversary.
Oh my goodness!
We didn't even know that.
I didn't realize it was that long, but I knew it's been around my entire life.
And you know, the original structure, which is the old sanctuary, we actually use it now for our children's church and on youth worship on Wednesday night. It's still there, and those bricks were made by hand on site down there.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
It's got a lot of heritage down there.
And in a beautiful setting too.
It is.
Well.
The falls, if you've never been to the falls, you really should come down and check out those waterfalls. They're beautiful.
Right. Yeah, great history there. And you've been there for how long, Mike?
Almost 11 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's been great. I love it here.
Yeah, I can imagine. Where are you from originally?
I am from Kentucky. It's up around the Kentucky Lake area. So I left one beautiful setting and came to a very much just like it, a beautiful setting as well.
What brought you to Tullahoma?
Well, Rutledge Falls Baptist Church. I was pastoring in Kentucky, and I actually came down and done a couple of revivals. And I went home after the first one and told my wife one day we'll probably live there. And about a year later, the pastor, his health had kind of gotten bad, and he retired. And they called and asked me if I'd consider being the pastor, and I accepted and came on down here.
Okay.
So we've been going and blowing ever since.
Oh, so. Great. I sense that you actually love what you're doing.
I love what I do. Got great people at Rutledge Falls. It's just everyday working people. We just like being together and serving the Lord, and have a lot of ministries and a lot of people involved in those ministries. 10 people don't do everything. It's spread out, and people really have passion, and I like that.
Right. You've got, speaking of passion, this is another thing that I suspect you have a lot of passion for, and that's this event you've got coming up.
I do.
I guess an annual event, isn't it?
Well, this is our second one. It's Southern Gospel type music with a few other things in there as well. It's our Mid-Tennessee Gospel Music Festival over at Calsonic Arena in Shelbyville. It's a regional event. We don't want it just to be a Shelbyville event. We go there because we think we can draw people from a larger area. That's March 8th and 9th, and it's just a great lineup of folks. We do it on Friday night and on Saturday night at $10 a night to get in. Be honest with you, we take a love offering up to the night. Everything that's made through ticket sales and it's taken through offering, all that money goes to the groups. None of it's, everything else is absorbed by the church. And so we've rented the Calsonic Arena, and we're excited to see what's going to happen. Last year we had a good turnout. We were looking for a better turnout this year, and we have about 14 groups coming. And so it's going to be pretty incredible.
That's pretty neat how you're doing that. And so you these people come in and they get paid based on whoever.
Nobody come and said I've got to have X amount of money. They've all come and said we want to see something like this get started, And in fact, what's really incredible is that most all of our groups from last year returned this year, and with no promise again of any amount of money. So they really love the Lord. And there's a lot of regional groups, the Vocal Union, which has got a lot of ties to this area. We have groups like Ernie Dawson from over across the mountains going to be here, and By Faith, that's just in this area. So we have a lot of local generated groups, but then we have some groups like the Bealers that'll be coming in, and so it's a great lineup. It's a lot of good folks. And this year we have a young man that's going to be with us. His name is Brandon Scott Smith. He sings a lot more of the contemporary type music that the younger people like, and so we're inviting them to come on out and spend an afternoon with us. He'll actually be on at 5:15 on Saturday, and so we invite young people in the area to come on out and join with us as we also celebrate with a lot of Southern gospel type music as well. So.
I assume that's probably something you like, Southern gospel.
I like all of it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Southern gospel here. I like a lot of praise and worship. I like bluegrass. So all of that will be represented in our program for the 2 nights, and we have everything from some incredible instrumental groups like Cross Point String Band. They're a group of young people who just can play any instrument that you can imagine, and we actually end on Saturday night with Vocal Union, who uses no instruments. Their instruments are all their voices, and so that is incredible. Just see that difference between all those, and so it's really a great event. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You can come and go. You want to come on Saturday for a little while, then leave and come back. We honor the ticket when you return. You can buy tickets at the window. You can order them online. We have a website. It's mid10 MIDTN gospelmusicfestival.com, or the easiest way is to just call the church at 455-8879, and we can take care of your tickets as well, especially church groups. If you're interested in coming as a church group, we'd love for you to give us a call. If you will call and you ask for me, as Pastor Mike, or if you ask for Sheila, we'll work something out for you so that you can bring your pastor and perhaps some of the staff along for free. And so just give us a call. We'll work it out. I'm like Monty Hall. Let's make a deal. All right, so we'll come up with something.
So if you don't get there, it's your own fault.
It's your own fault.
Willing to make a deal for
That's right. There's a lot of things going on in spring. We realize that. But this is a great opportunity in a very non-formal setting to come out, just enjoy some good music for a couple of days. We begin at 7 o'clock on Friday night, the 8th. The lineup for that night is the Cavaliers Quartet from there in Shelbyville. Then we have Ernie Dawson and Airline after that. Three Bridges, a group called the Riders, and then Cross Point String Band closes us out around 10 o'clock. And on Saturday we begin at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with a group called Locust Ridge. 3:45 is Work in Progress. There's some fellas up on the mountain. They're just wonderful. 4:30 is a group we all know real well around this area called By Faith. Then Brandon Scott Smith at 5:15. The Freemans are at 6. Crystal Rivers at 6:45. The Bealers at 7:30. Set Apart at 8:15. And Vocal Union is at 9 o'clock. So you can see 2 full days of music, and it goes back to back.
I was going to say there's no stopping.
There's no letdown.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the way we live in a town. Let's go full force or not at all. So we're going full force.
I would have to think the way you describe this, and based on your have already had one of these events, that's probably pretty spiritually moving for both the audience and the entertainers.
It is. Last year we had a lot of folks that drove a pretty good distance to come, and sometimes they came to see a certain group, but then not only did they see the group they were looking for, but they also heard from some other groups. And what is not ironic, because I don't believe in irony, but I think God has put it together, the message was kind of consistent throughout the entire weekend, and it was a message of hope. And a lot of people just need hope right now. It's tough times out there.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're about at the church, and that's what we're about in this event.
How did you come up with this idea?
Actually, husband and wife in our church been praying about something like this, and Gary and Tina Barton, and they came to me, and we try. When I feel like God's moving somebody's life and showing them something, we want to help create that vehicle to see some of those things happen. So they came to us. We began to pray about it. We began to seek how we could probably do this. Prayed about the finances. Finances come about. and then the rest we just keep going. We're going to do this one more year. We're committed. We don't ever do anything once. We're going to keep trying and get better. So this is our second year. We will go a third year. That is a for sure. And then we'll evaluate and see what we can do better, what we might need to do different, maybe change the time of year, and just keep trying. That's what we have to do, keep trying.
And I've got to give you credit. I mean, for goodness sakes, this whole idea is great, but when you start thinking about, let's take this to the Calsonic Arena and make it happen there. The Calsonic Arena, I'm thinking, seats about 5,000 people.
Yes, it does.
So, I mean, you know, that's pretty bold on
what
your
we
part.
do is we bring the stage on down to one of the ends. That means everybody's got good stadium sitting. There's no one sitting in front of you.
Right.
We have wheelchair access, you know, good places to sit. We'd love to fill the whole arena, but in reality, we know that we can get 1,500 people in that one section very comfortably, and no one's on top of anybody else, and that's a big part of that venue. Plus the location, you can't beat the location. It's draw from Murfreesboro and Tullahoma and Manchester, and you know, even up toward Petersburg and that way. So we sell a lot of people. We actually met people that drove all the way from Clarksville last year just to come. So we're excited to see what God's going to do this year.
And I bet it's a great opportunity for you to meet
it's
a lot of other folks who feel as you do about your religion, and I just have to think that's just a great
it's a lot of fun, and you know, it's just getting to meet people too. A lot of our people from our church will be there, and we like greeting people and hearing their stories and talking to them. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, Mike, I got to say, you're a great ambassador for this event, because you know, when Mike comes in here and starts talking about this, it gets everybody excited just listening.
I stay excited. You know, this is an exciting area. We've talked about Imagination Station here today, and talked about things going on in our local area. It's just so exciting because we live in a good place.
Yes, we do.
We need to be thankful we live here.
And I am. I've lived somewhere else, and I'm thankful to be here. Mike, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Wish you the best of the luck. It sounds like another great event.
You guys come on out and join us.
All right, we'll be right back in just a moment with more living. Stay with us.
This is J.D. Oliver here at the Smokehouse on Monteagle Mountain. My sisters Betsy, Nancy, and I'd like to thank you for supporting our family business for over 50 years.
Hello, this is Stella Parton, and I am standing here right in the middle of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse restaurant. But you need to come in here. We just got through doing a show. We also have a music scene going on here, and I want to invite you to come down because it is your mountain destination. Music on the Mountain in Monteagle, Tennessee.
My name's Betsy Oliver. I'm the kitchen manager here. We serve a lot of ribs and barbecue and fried chicken.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer, and I just want to let everybody know to stop in at the Smokehouse if you're ever on your way to Chattanooga or Nashville. They not only have a great gift shop, awesome food, great entertainment on Saturday nights, but beautiful cabins to stay in. Check it out.
Make the Smokehouse your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 84 lodge rooms and 20 timber frame log cabins. Look around our trading posts and eat in our delicious restaurant. Enjoy music on the mountain every Saturday night featuring the best of Nashville. Our family hopes to see you this year at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Hi, Grandma. It's Jake. I'm calling to tell you I love you more than anything in the whole wide world, even ice cream. I love you more than spaghetti and meatballs. I love you more than snakes and monkeys and sharks and whales and praying mantises. Bye, Grandma. Love you.
Let it all in with Charter Phone, including unlimited local and long-distance calls.
Welcome back. We're here with Parks and Recreation person, Meryl Meadows. Yep. Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
I am so excited to learn about pickleball. All these years that I've lived on this earth and I've never heard about it.
Isn't that amazing?
It is totally amazing.
There's so many people who haven't heard about pickleball, but you know what?
What?
We're going to have a grand opening.
And when is that?
That's going to be February the 7th from 5:30
That's
to
just
7.
next week, isn't
That's
it?
Next week.
Is that
It's a
Saturday?
Thursday.
No, it's Thursday. Thursday, February 7th. Pickleball.
D.W. Wilson. We're going to have a pickleball grand opening. For those of you who don't know, we refinished our courts. We had them resurfaced and restriped. We still have basketball courts at D.W. Wilson.
Okay.
But we also put in 3 pickleball courts, and so Tuesdays and Thursday nights from 4 to 8 we have pickleball.
So do you just painted those courts onto the existing something?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Painting, retape, yeah.
And it doesn't take as much space to play pickleball as it does to play like tennis or those kind of things.
No.
Pickleball is actually on a court 1/3 the size of a tennis court.
There we go. It's 1/3 the size of a tennis court, about 1/3 the speed of a tennis game.
So old people like me can play.
You and me both. It's a cross between tennis, ping pong, and badminton. It was invented about 30, 40 years ago by a gentleman who was playing, and it's called pickleball because their dog, Pickles, was a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh,
and Pickles one of the co-inventors, Pickles was their dog, and Pickles would go and fetch the balls and take them into the bushes and things like that. So they started calling it Pickles Ball, so it's called pickleball. And so let me just show you, for instance.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
Okay.
The paddles look a lot like a ping pong paddle, but they're much bigger.
Yeah, they're about 1/3 bigger than a ping pong paddle. And you can be wood. It can be either wood, a composite.
And when you buy these, you purchase 2 paddles and 2 balls?
Generally, now I know Dunham's here in town has the package of 4 paddles and 2 balls, and that's cool. And if you don't have paddles, we have them at D.W. Wilson that you can use for free. This is your pickle ball. It's kind of a wiffle ball, but a little harder than a wiffle ball.
Yeah,
remember, they're
you can
kind
feel
of.
it just a bit,
So the sound that a pickleball makes is just really cool.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
And do you play singles or do you play doubles? Or
both.
You play both. Just
You
like
can
would
play
in tennis.
both. You can, just like you do in tennis. That part of it's very similar, and you alternate your serve back
there
and
a
forth. There's a net. The net's at 34 inches, and I think a tennis net's at 36 inches.
I think it's a little,
Yeah, and so the court's narrower, so you're not running around as much as you are in tennis. This is played by all ages. If you've ever been to the Villages in Florida, which is a retirement community, there's 102 pickleball courts there.
You're kidding me.
No.
So it's very popular.
Very popular, and in the Southwest, and I think Fairfield Glade here in Tennessee has
Do
it.
children like to do this too?
Children love to do this.
Children,
Now I know
adults, just about anybody.
anybody. This is a great intergenerational sport. Mom and dad, you can play with the kids. Grandma, you can come out and play with the kids. You can go beat your son.
Well,
you can do all sorts of
just
things.
for the record, about what does this cost?
These paddles, if you get 4 plus 2 of these, if you bought the kit, it's about $30 at Dunham's.
It's cheap enough for a family
Very cheap.
entertainment.
Very cheap.
And I guess you need a flat court.
Generally, yeah.
Preferably, but you could probably do it out on your concrete patio if you
could
wanted
practice,
to.
Yeah, we've done that. We've practiced in the lobby a couple of times and things like that. But we have 3 pickleball courts at D.W. Wilson, and if you have a membership with us, it's free. You don't have to pay, and if you don't have a membership with us, it's just $1 to play.
Oh my goodness!
So
anybody
I think
can come.
Pretty much anybody.
It'd be a great
can
day to get introduced to pickleball. So you're actually going to let people play and get a feel for what it's like.
Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to start our door prizes too, and you might just win.
Oh, a pickleball set?
Pickleball paddle.
All right.
Or a pickleball. Or a few other great gifts that we're going to have.
Do you know some? Do you need to tell about the sponsors? Do you have sponsors?
No, it's just Tullahoma Parks and Recreation.
Parks and on the ball, right?
On the ball. And let me tell you, we are the first one in this area to do pickleball, and I'm just really thrilled because I went to Manchester the other day and I showed them and said we're having our pickleball grand opening. I said, "Wow, you brought that to Tullahoma?"
I can't help but wonder. Was it Florida that got you hooked?
No.
Or did you read about it somewhere?
I went to a recreation conference about 4 years ago, and I saw this being played up in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yes, I know Kingsport.
And I said, wow, that's something that anybody could do. And we've talked about it and kicked it around. And then we had some other folks approach us a few months back that came in and said, we go up to Fairfield Glade and they have pickleball. We were wondering if you could have pickleball because the courts down at the Country Club, they have striped for pickleball as well. And they were concerned about the weather getting a little yucky, and they wanted to play indoors.
And so now you have that.
Well, yeah, and then somebody who heard them talking about pickleball pointed at me and said, "There's your girl."
Hooked right away.
Hooked right away. I was like,
love it.
yes.
It sounds to me like a great way to get cardio exercise. all body parts are going to be exercised through this
yes, it is.
simple game.
Yes, and it's a workout.
And it's scored just like tennis? Or?
Similar to tennis, you play to 11. We have, the scoring takes a little bit of getting used to, but if you can still keep it as a tennis score if you want to, but we have
serving,
sheets.
Do you serve?
Serves are at the waist.
Oh,
no.
it's at the waist.
These balls don't bounce as like a tennis ball does, and that's kind of the appeal to it too. So like you can't go up to the net and get the ball slammed into your face. You'd really have to work hard.
You have to work hard to get hit.
Right, because the first 7
and if
feet
you do,
afterwards,
it's probably not going to kill you.
It's not going to. Yeah. The first 7 feet off the net is what's called a no-hit zone. It has to bounce in that zone before you can hit it. So you can't walk up to the net and smash it in.
It has to bounce on your side of the court before you can hit it back. And then that person over there has to wait for it to bounce.
Yes. Yes, there's a no volley zone the first 7 feet, and that's why I think it appeals particularly to seniors.
Well, do you see that this is going to grow like tennis? Are there going to be big, tournaments and prizes?
Yes, there are. There actually are pickleball tournaments going on, just not here yet. So that's why I'm counting on Tullahoma.
And let's get that date again.
February the 7th.
That's next week.
Next Thursday, yes, at D.W. Wilson between 5:30 and 7. Door prizes are going to start about 6 p.m. and you have to be present to win. You can't just come in and get a ticket and leave.
And my goodness, $1?
Yeah.
How awesome.
Yeah, and if you have a membership, it's free. I mean, please.
What can you ask?
I mean, our memberships are very cheap too.
Yeah.
So
if anybody actually wants to call for any kind of information, do we want to give a number or do they look it up?
No. Well, yeah. Go ahead and look it up. No.
Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Recreation.
There we go. There's a number.
I've been doing this for so long.
Backstage.
461-1080. You can come by CD Stamps. You can see me there. I'm usually there every afternoon.
You know what I think?
What?
I think when I look at you, I just see this ball of energy, and I think to be like you would be awesome. And if people would just come to the pickleball place, they can have that energy and that big smile and that radiant glow.
Yes, they can. Thank you. Well, if you're here to live. And so
that's
live.
Right.
You know,
if you give up, well, it's all over.
It's your choice. So just like that speaker was saying. So I encourage everybody to come out. You can come see me if you want to come to CD Stamps and kind of hit the pickleball a few times. Yeah, come on up and I'll help you out with it.
Do you have some of these things for sale there?
No, we don't sell them, but you can use them. We'll let you use them for free.
But you have some to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Does Dunham Sports have them?
Yeah, Dunham's, I told them to get ready.
Well, tell them they just got a free commercial.
Yeah, they did.
Send us
to send you some check. Yeah, send a check,
But it's nice to know that they're available here in town.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
and you can always go to the website, the usapa.org is the pickleball website. And if you can't remember that, just type in pickleball and it'll pop up as the website.
And this just came about by a family having a dog named Pickles.
Pretty much.
That chased his ball around.
Chase the ball around.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
That is so clever and so creative.
Isn't this a great country?
It is a great country.
So if you have any questions, give me a call, 461-1080. I've got lots of programs going on too. I've got a grant program going on. So if you want to look at the city's website, City of Tullahoma, type in tullahomatn.gov, look at the recreation page, click on the calendar, and you'll see everything.
Absolutely no reason for people not to get exercise in this region.
Exercise, art classes,
and art classes, and everything that you can imagine. It's available here in this small town.
A small town, if
Along
it's free
with
or
the
low
arts,
cost.
we have fitness, so you got mind, body, spirit to be taken care of, and you guys are right there on top of it.
Yes, we are.
I am so glad. Well, let's encourage everybody to come out on February 7th, Thursday,
5:30 to 7.
5:30 to 7. I'd have a short memory. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. And if you want to go try it out, just run right over to D.W. Wilson and
try it out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always so good to see you, Meryl.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back with more of Living.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Oh, there's my cat. Should I put her away?
Lighten it up a little bit.
How's this? Great.
Good. There we go.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weekly, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Last Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock at South Jackson Civic Center, we presented Lisa Maurer and two of her friends, Susan Mullen and another lady who played wonderful cello, and Susan played violin, and Lisa played piano. Mitzi Nelson was her name. Mimi Nelson, sorry. Anyway, Lisa put this event together, and I have never seen more beautiful music or heard more beautiful music. We're going to play some of that right now.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fixes you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Doing whatever it takes to respect our customers' homes. Just one more way Charter is obsessed with serving you better.
All right, folks, we're back. And speaking of the paint doctor, we just did some work at the house, and I just want to reiterate how much of a professional Davin Heikkinen is over at the Paint Works, and knows and understands paint probably more than anyone in this town. So if you need an opportunity or have an opportunity to do business with him, it's something I think you need to do, because he's probably the best. You know, we don't take very much time to talk about ourselves here, and we have a little time today, and what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about us and what we do here. And this is a statement that I prepared and was going to use it and cut a commercial with it. We might do that at some point. But I think it's important that you hear this. And of course, you know, some of you don't know, might not know, I'm John Gray, and I'm one of the owners of Charter Channel 6 and P-Head Productions, along with co-owners Jim Fuller and Jerry Harris and the dedicated help of Administrative Assistant Pam Spencer. Charter Channel 6 is celebrating 20 years of bringing Tullahoma and the surrounding 5 counties local news and information. As the first local and only regional television network in this area, Channel 6 has provided our viewers with a video history for the past 20 years of our community and the surrounding area at no cost to our local government or taxpayers that view our programming. We are a tax-paying business with 20 full or part-time employees. Our endeavors have been supported for these 20 years through the sales, through ad sales to local businesses, which we humbly thank. We also thank our viewers and fans for watching the shows we produce. Just Plain Living, News Leader on 6, What a Horse, Grassroots, Senior Moment, Tennessee Traveler, our football shows, the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show, the Coach Lee Davis Red Raider Football Show, many church services, and all the specialty shows, Christmas parades, beauty pageants, music shows, political shows, government meetings, infomercials, and more. We thank you for watching, and thank you for viewing, for visiting the sponsors that support these shows. And I always say when you're in there, it's always good if you buy something. One thing I'd like to ask is that you be an informed consumer considering your communications provider, and check with Charter before you buy. You might find them to be just as good or even a better deal than the competition. Bigger, faster, cheaper, and also a tax-paying business in this community that employs many people in the area with no government or taxpayer support. Again, we thank you for the last 20 years, and with your support and viewership, we look forward to 20 more. Keep it on 6, Charter Channel 6. And thank you for that indulgence right there, but I felt like it was something that needed to be said because we do want you to be informed in how you get your communication and remember us and remember the real Channel 6, one that's been here for 20 years. Now, on this show, just like Lisa Maurer and those wonderful people that we heard play just a minute ago, we bring you all kinds of stuff. And one time we had a group on here that were felting hats. And because of that, I wrote this. And I'm going to share this with you. Hats. When we crawled out of the ocean and walked upon the land, it didn't take long at all for man to understand. The ability to reason was a gift from the Lord. And no matter what else happens, we must protect our gourd. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. Hide hats, fur hats, lovely feathered bird hats. Hats made of metal when you're fighting other men. Hats of institution when you need to get in. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. A good luck hat is never washed, holes never sewed. A fishing hat hung full of flies, some never throwed. Derby, cowboy, Homburg, Lord knows what they cost, but we'll spend it all again if everyone gets lost. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. Small hats, big hats, life is good in knit hats. Hats made of straw to shade an ivory face. Hats for a summer ride tied down with lace. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. A stocking cap for when we nap, a shower cap to bathe. A cop hat to lock 'em up, a fireman's hat to save. Michigan's yellow or blue, the Browns, the Cubs, FSU. And when my hair looks like crap, just give me my baseball cap. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. Soft hats, hard hats, dressed up in yard hats. A bathing cap for when we dip, a drinking hat for when we sip. A Sunday hat for when we pray, a top hat for a wedding day. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. We don't care if they're hip or square, we sure do love our hats. This could go on forever, because there's thousands that we don. So just you get your favorite hat and put that sucker on. Hats. Hats, we love our hats. Thank you. We'll be right back.
This is Eli Manning on behalf of the American Red Cross. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year. Disasters like the recent hurricanes. Please make a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund. This fund enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to the victims of disasters. To make a contribution, call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcross.org. Thank you for your support.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Waiting around for things other people get right away just doesn't make much sense. Get high-speed Charter internet and enjoy downloads way faster than DSL.
I love that hat. The hat piece.
The hat piece.
The hat
No,
piece.
those ladies were on here felting. Remember that?
They were wonderful, and they took the wool off of the
Llama and alpacas
and sheep and whatever.
They're suggesting that John make a rap song out of that.
It would work. Yeah. Go. Hats. All about hats. I like it.
Take it to 50 cent or 20 cent.
There you go.
Or nickel. If it's mine, it'd be nickel.
Yes, Julia says
1 cent.
that John would have to add a lot of cuss words in there to make it a really good rap song.
I liked it. Anyway, I thought
Yeah, I did
very
too.
clever.
Cool.
Very clever.
Well, you know, we do have our hats, and there's people. You know, you start looking at what people, the type of hats people wear.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
they're so different, and they each make a statement with the type of hat they wear.
Exactly.
And particularly some of them are very different, and those are the ones I like are the different hats.
And you got inspired when those ladies were on the show.
Yeah, well, that one woman was sitting up here with that form, and at the end of the interview, she made a hat.
A dear friend of mine used to make hats for the babies born at Vanderbilt, and she was in a care center, but she spent her spare time making those little pointed head hats for those babies.
Yeah, most of those little babies look like cone heads when they're I mean, think of what they're getting, how they're getting.
Yeah. I enjoyed today's show. There was some good stuff on.
Yeah,
I hope
we had
people
great things
go over
today.
to D.W. Wilson and play pickleball and go to the Civic Center on the 15th and see
All of it. Hey,
whatever.
we're going to close this show with a video that I found that I thought was just super. It's called parahawking.
Parahawking.
Which is
yes,
a parasailing with hawks.
With hawks. I
So-
saw that.
cool.
Yeah.
I watched
So,
that. It's
thank you for watching,
fascinating.
folks. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.